Got a fan over there.
The loud clapper might be my roommate. He might be my roommate. You might be a roommate if... What's a good joke for that? I don't know. So hey, I'm Alex. So I have a question geared towards kids. What's the difference between reusing and recycling? Does anybody know?
When we use something again, and when you recycle, you put it into something else.
Right. That's pretty much the core of it. Does anybody else want to like expand on the difference? Just because it's a big confrontation in my world. Well, the big difference between reusing and recycling, because a lot of people, will see something that's reused, like a T-shirt that has been redesigned, and they're like, "Oh, that's cool, recycled T-shirts," and it's like, no, those are reused T-shirts. The big difference between recycling and reusing is that when you recycle something, you have to use energy, you have to break something down, shred it up, turn it into something new. So like reusing paper is flipping it over and writing on the other side. Recycling paper is trucking it off using a bunch of gas, bringing it to a plant, breaking it down, using a bunch more energy, shredding it up. So my big thing, my big campaign in life is to promote reusing before you recycle. Because as my shirt says, you can't recycle the planet. Yay! So, I consider myself to be a reuse pro. I just launched my first personal website, and I was trying to figure out what to call myself, and I decided that a reuse pro would be good because basically I live my life every day reusing and every step of the way. My entire outfit, besides my boxer shorts and socks maybe, are pre-owned. My travel mug's pre-owned. I never use disposable cups. I'm just really passionate about what I do. It's interesting because throughout my life, I always wanted to be a pro at something. When I was a little kid, I was really big into baseball. I grew up in a baseball family, and I wanted to be a pro baseball player. And then I started playing basketball more, and I wanted to be a pro basketball player. But as you can see by my height, not possible. And my talent, too. But anyway, and then I started skateboarding, and I got sponsored by a team, but then I came out to California and started skateboarding with Californians and realized that I had no chance to become a pro skateboarder either. It's easier in Massachusetts. But I never imagined that I would be a reuse pro, but I guess the name just kind of fits. So I just want to tell you guys a little bit about me. Oh, and sorry, before I forget, if you guys want to grab a piece of paper and then just pick a random writing utensil, I throw out ideas whenever I talk, so you may want to jot something down. Lots of craft projects, different things, but I'm a big fan. I always have a pen and a paper near me, so if you want to grab one, that's cool. That's cool. All the paper is reused. These are all, I don't mess around. But I've always been a big fan of reusing, but I never really knew that I was. It's only until recently that I really embraced it. But when I was a little kid, I started out with my dad reusing. How many kids use Matchbox cars or used to play with Matchbox cars, right? Well, my dad's an auto mechanic, and when I was growing up, we would always play with Matchbox cars, and he would get cars that were going to be thrown away, like junk, dented cars, and we would create a junkyard scene. And then we would use paper towel rolls for tunnels for the Matchbox tracks and different things like that. And then as I got older, like in my teenage years, and I was skateboarding more and more, I started reusing there because I'm not a big fan of the skate parks that are like, oh, there's a ramp, there's this. You know, I would always try to find something unique. Like we used to bring refrigerators to the skate park, and we would do tricks on the refrigerators. I made a ramp out of a door once. And then this is like one of my favorite parts of skating. The first time I ever skateboarded in San Diego, there was a couch that was in somebody's trash, and my friend and I just brought it out in the alley, and we were ollieing over it. So it was pretty fun. And then as an adult, I started reusing in different ways. I started just bringing it into my life more, like shopping for reused clothes. But the big change was I used to tour with bands. Anybody here ever hear of 311, Blink-182, Green Day, Anti-Flag? These are all bands that I toured with. I used to sell merchandise for different bands and travel with them across the world. And through selling all of their T-shirts and different merchandise, I just saw how much waste was happening and how much new T-shirts were being made, you know, for every show, for every tour, and it was just blowing my mind. And on one specific instance, something was printed wrong, and it was 144 brand new shirts that are really expensive, and we couldn't sell them. And then the T-shirt company's like, "Oh, that's okay. They'll just get shredded into rags." And I was like, "Okay, that's a problem." So I wanted to do something to change that. So in 2008, what once was a skateboard company that I had, I turned it into a reuse apparel company. So all of our T-shirts are printed on the reverse side, or I put patches over the original print. And we get T-shirts from merchandise that was going to be destroyed, or T-shirts from the thrift store. And if you'd like to check that out, we have a booth out there. It's the Stay Vocal booth. Lots of interesting, unique shirts and lots of sizes, so if the kids are into it. I even have onesies, which are pretty exciting. Let's see. I was scribbling all these notes to take. But as I was saying before, reusing is a big part of my daily life. It's not just something that I do for work, because I see a lot of people talking about different things that they do, but they don't necessarily walk the walk. And so I really like to back that. And it's not really hard to reuse. It can be really fun, like making presents for people. Like, I used to get so stressed out at like Christmas time or birthdays and different things like that. Like, people would go to the mall and like they'd be determined to find something, and it just ends up being something at a mall that everybody else has, like whether it be a gift certificate or something like that. But if you just take a minute, really like think about the person that you're getting a gift for, say it's your one of your friends or something that likes peacocks like my niece does. Maybe you could just like take some scrap paper out of the trash, create a peacock design, a unique poster or something like that, and give that to her. It can be a lot of fun. And I get a lot of inspiration from the recycling bin, because as I was saying before, I really try not to recycle whenever possible. So a few years ago, when I was running my T-shirt company, I had to order boxes to ship everything in, and I was paying like 25 cents per box, and since we ship a lot of T-shirts, it got to be really expensive. But I'm also a huge fan of eating cereal. So I was looking at the recycling bin, thinking about all the money I spent, and I'm like, wait a minute, I can just reuse the cereal boxes to ship the T-shirts in. And as a result of that, I ended up getting a lot of acclaim. I won a couple of awards for my business and the different tactics that I use. In 2008, I got a Best Small Business Idea Award and won a bunch of money, but unfortunately that's all gone. And then I even designed a T-shirt themed on cereal. It's got a cereal themed logo on the front. It comes shipped in a cereal box with a prize inside, because who doesn't love getting cereal with a prize inside, right? And the prize is, of course, reused too. I talked to a bunch of people that I knew, and they donated different used T-shirts, or I had some of the bands send guitar picks and drumsticks, autographs, things like that. Okay. This next thing, so I get ideas from recycling bins. How about you guys? Do you ever make any crafts from the recycling bin? Do you, like, any of you at home make anything currently or in school? Have you done anything in school or anything like that? No? Okay, well, let me ask you this. I always like to be kind of challenged with things. So if you guys want to start naming some things that you would normally put in a recycling bin, I'll try to give you some ideas on how you could reuse those. This is something I did at a high school once, and it got a little crazy, but I think with the younger kids it should be all right. So give me some things that you would normally put in a recycling bin. Bottles? What kind? Like plastic bottles? If you just Google, you could easily make plastic bottle planters and just hang them. I've seen them a lot in like apartment complexes that can't have gardens. They cut a bottle in half and then they just fill it with topsoil and cap the bottom, and then you can grow plants right out of it. What about like a glass bottle? You could just reuse that like I do every day. I carry a glass bottle around and just refill it with water. You know, a perfect example was I was in Massachusetts for a couple weeks and I had to fly back, and I always bring my empty glass bottle and fill it up because the airport water is like $3 or $4, and who wants a disposable water bottle anyway? So, soda cans? Soda cans is an interesting one. I mean, I've never done it myself, but I had a friend who traveled across country, and he turned a soda can into like a little cooking stove. He was able to finagle it. I'm not exactly sure how I did it. I just have all the pictures. But you could also do something like, you know, create a robot out of a bunch of soda cans if you connected them all, you know, and make some weird kind of toy robot. Robots are a really good thing. I get a lot of weird suggestions like old sneakers or different things like that. You could make robots out of almost anything. So, and anybody else? Anything else that you would put in a recycling bin? No? Yes?
My daughter forgot, but she actually used to use greeting cards.
Greeting card.
When we got greeting cards for Christmas and other occasions.
Yeah.
And a couple of years ago, when she was like 4 or 5, she used to make a card out of those because we always, you know, kept it in a box. Okay, what can we create? And so she created a new card.
Awesome. Yeah.
Cutting out the old design.
Yeah, I've done that similar thing too. And then, like, you know, for holidays or something, you could take like a whole bunch of Christmas cards, cut them up, and make like some kind of unique piece of art. You know, frame that, give it to somebody as like a Christmas gift if you do that holiday. Anybody else? Yes.
Just for the glass bottle, if you want to use it for something else besides a glass bottle, so you look like the guy who might enjoy music. A lot of people actually fill them up with different amounts of water and turn them into a Zalman. And just like tap the ends, and you can just like lay them out flat and use those.
That's pretty awesome. Careful. You might make more instruments in the apartment now. We could start a band.
When you shower, you know, the different amounts we use play the point.
Tashina, how do you feel about that? She's our roommate too. One big thing that I see, usually it's not even in the recycling bins. I see it in the trash a lot, and it bums me out because it's totally recyclable and it's definitely reusable, and that would be toilet paper rolls. How many people in the past, you know, month or so have taken a new toilet paper roll off and just put the old one in the trash? Because, right, I know you have, because I take them out and put them in my collection. But I think it's in people's mindset because they're in the bathroom. It's just a convenient thing. You take it off, and there's trash in there. Most people don't keep a recycling bin in their bathroom. So it's that whole like, oh, I don't know if I can walk it all the way out to the kitchen or, you know, wherever you keep, you know, laundry room, whatever. So that's one thing. And it's funny because even my most like eco-friendly friends around the country, like I just always see them in the trash. So I've started looking into different projects with toilet paper roll. Yes?
In my bathroom, I have a recycling bin under the sink.
In your bathroom? That's awesome. Good job. Nice. Yeah, I started looking into projects. My first one that I did was I had a friend whose birthday it was in January, and I am terribly not artistic. My brother got all the artistic skills, and I decided to create a version of her and her boyfriend on toilet paper rolls, just using Sharpie. And as awful as they are, she really liked it. It was like a unique little gift because everybody else, was giving her like, T-shirts or food, whatever. But, there I am with, weird toilet paper roll versions of her and her boyfriend, and now they're like on their shelf. So it didn't take much time, and I mean, who doesn't have toilet paper rolls, around the house? Who doesn't have, markers or crayons, whatever. And that is what I would like to be doing today. I have a good friend who has done a lot of work with nursery school kids, and she was actually showing me all these interesting, really easy things that you could do with toilet paper rolls. For example, this is one of the more unique ones. This is an owl. So all you have to do is just fold down the top and draw an owl. I mean, sure, we all can't draw, an owl as awesome as that. And then the other one that she showed me was you just make a few cuts in the toilet paper roll, and you have yourself, depending on the color, an octopus or a spider. And then last night, I was looking up more, some different options, and I saw like what you can do if you just like cut a couple up. And so I made this one. It's just a little bunny rabbit. And then I was like, what if, Mr. Octopus wants to be really fancy? So I made him a little crown out of another toilet paper roll. And then, if you have some different people that you want to make or something, you could easily just cut out a Stay Vocal t-shirt or a reused t-shirt, and then depending on what kind of materials you have around the house, you could just glue or tape, whatever. When I was cutting out the crown, I noticed I had all these little triangular pieces left over. So if it's around Halloween time, you could just take this and make a little jack-o'-lantern out of it with the triangles. But it's just such an easy little thing. I was looking online at the different images. All you have to do is Google image search. How many use Google? You ever hear of it? It's this website. But just go into the Google image search, do toilet paper roll animals or whatever. You'll see so many, but there's all kinds of interesting ones. Like if you have some rope or something. Does anybody see where I'm going with this? You could just make a snake. I saw somebody turned one into a dragon. You just connect them. So, this would be a fun thing to do for birthday parties. Really inexpensive for the parents, for sure. It's a fun thing to do at school. Another cool thing that you could do is, and it's totally no waste wrapping paper. You just fold in both ends, and say you giving something really small for somebody. There's your wrapping paper right there. You just put it inside, decorate it how you want it. Put Jim, Joe, whatever, Mary, on the front. Like, it's all it really takes. And my whole big thing with reusing is just that we have to get out of this norm of going to the store because that's what we know. You just have to take like 30 seconds, like, okay, I have to, make some crafts. I better go to Michael's or the art supply store or something like that. And then, but if you just take 30 seconds and be like, wait, how could I, reuse something instead and like save a bunch of money and materials, So it's a win-win for both you and the planet. And that's what we're here for today, right? So How many people want to make some animals? Nice. So I pre-cut a bunch of spiders or octopus, and seriously, feel free to go crazy with whatever you want to do. Did I not? Yes.
I know that this is geared towards kids, but is it not true that you can also use these as salt and pepper shaker cozies?
You could. How do I say this without totally? Toilet paper rolls and food. I was trying to stay away from that topic, but yes. But I have a bunch of different things. Feel free to go crazy. I only have one pair of scissors. Could you do me a favor, Tashina? Could you grab my scissors from Ashley? She's at my booth. Thank you so much. I don't know many scissors, and I was not sure how old kids would be, and I'm not into blood these days. But maybe you want to take a suggestion. Maybe you can make a little gift wrap for a friend and bring them something home. Like if you got any free candy or something like that at the confection. Yeah, what's up?
My dad's birthday is on May 12th.
There you go. You could make him. Maybe you could. If you want to give him a T-shirt or something, you can stick that in one of the.
Well, I want to make it off the ground.
Is this far enough out? I'm sorry that I'm not. The tables are gigantic. And I do have a little thing of glue, if anybody wants to use this. And it's nice eco-friendly glue, not made of horses. And that box is filled with, here, we'll make it exciting for everybody.
What is it?
Most of the markers are black, so I apologize, but they are on their way. Ooh, actually, and this is an older box of some stuff. These are actually, if you guys want to take any of these were old stickers that I had, and I just put a coat of some eco-friendly white paint. If you guys want to take one of these, you can decorate those, and then maybe you can make a sticker for somebody that you know. I'll cut some more of these out when the scissors come.
How do you make the bunny ears?
The bunny ears? Oh, there they are. So I can do that for you real quick.
Oh, like that?
Yep, you just cut a little piece like this from one of the toilet paper rolls, and then you just.
But then what will I do with the toilet paper roll when I would cut something out of it?
There's that. What were you saying? What, like the extra piece?
Yeah.
You could use that. I mean, you could make two bunnies. If you wanted to do that. So here's a couple more ears. Yes, these are those. Just careful because they're pretty big. Those are cookies. Another, where's my paper? Oh, right there. Can I see the scissors real quick? Thanks. Another cool thing that I saw on the website was butterflies. So you just, here, I'm going to make some butterfly wings. These are going to be awful, by the way. As I said, my brother got the skills, not me. So you could make wow, that is a lopsided butterfly. Let me see. So you could do something like this, where if you took this and just attached it with some glue, you could make a butterfly, you know, put the face and everything. Or if you wanted to be really creative, you could make the first ever octopus butterfly. Because really, who wouldn't want to see an octopus butterfly? I would be totally into it. Right, it's a totally, you know, like, you know, not only can octopus float with their tentacles, but now they can fly in the ocean. They can float up and then just fly out. That would be pretty awesome. I'd be a big fan. Let me cut some more of these stickers. Did you guys want some scissors, or is just?
You want scissors?
I really feel bad with just the one pair, but I was trying to protect the innocent. Oops. So what's your dad's name?
Shankar.
How do you spell it?
S-H-A-N-K-A-R.
Yeah. A-R? Okay. So you could do something like this. You know, and just make an interesting little sticker for him. That's how you spell it, right?
Yeah.
Looks good. So has anybody ever actually done anything with toilet paper rolls in school before? I think I did when I was a kid. No? Yes?
I made little apple trees.
Apple trees.
Cut paper out, painted this brown.
Okay, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I definitely saw some intricate toilet paper roll creations. It's, yeah. Some people made like castles and then the people in the castles and, yeah. Here's a sticker I made a while ago if anybody wants that. It's a good one. Does anybody like to bike? Bike riders? I haven't seen these stickers. These are a bit older that I made. Anybody skateboard?
I bike.
There's one I made for skateboarding.
I bike.
You bike? These are just... So what are you guys all excited for today?
Earthday.
Right. But Earth Day is every day. Today's just an acknowledgement of it. That's the way I look at it. Yes. What's that? Right? Did anybody have the waffles?
Yeah.
How were they? Because I totally, yeah. Did you get any, Justin? Yeah. I did not get to partake in it. But I did not buy a ticket either, so that makes sense.
So you're the one that's want to go like, you never have a waffle or stick it.
Right. Yeah.
Do you have tape?
Do I have tape? I don't have any tape. I do have that glue. If you wanted to.
I want to use this to make
Oh, that's an idea. Whoa, that's a pretty good owl. Nice. Does it have a name? Nope. I guess it could be Owl. Isn't that the name of the owl on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? Wait, does anybody watch Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood? Oh man, age gap. It's for babies? I don't know. My friend worked on that show. That's kind of like an insult to him. Yeah.
What channel is it?
PBS. I think it's the same channel as
Every show.
Arthur?
Is except I watch Arthur.
You watch Arthur?
Yeah.
Do you know what's an interesting fact that I had no idea about?
What?
My mom lives in the town where Arthur is based. Isn't that weird? I had no idea.
Does anyone know what kind of animal Arthur is?
Yes, Arthur.
He's an aardvark. That's right. That's right. A lot of people don't know.
Arthur fan.
Oh, okay. People watch Sesame Street still, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All
In
right.
fact, there's a really great documentary. It's kid-friendly and it's amazing. It's
Oh, the
called
Elmo
Becoming
one?
Elmo.
Yeah. I keep seeing it on Netflix and I gotta watch it one of these.
4.5 stars. How could you not watch it?
Cause
Recommended for you.
I always fall asleep to things, so I don't want to. Yeah.
It's good. It's one of those things you kind of fast forward through.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
moment. But it's a really great documentary. It's really good to watch with the kids. It's about a guy who developed the character of Elmo. I always thought there was something wrong with him because he really liked having other voices and puppets when he was a kid. Everybody thought it was a really sissy thing to do, especially in the States where he grew up.
You need scissors? I think there's some right down there.
So what brought you guys here? Why this event? I mean, there's a lot of Earthday stuff going on today. It's Berkeley. I mean, why not?
We are vegan. There's no vegan Earthday in South Bay.
That's true. Vegan as well?
Yes,
I'm vegan. I'm
You
vegan.
vegan? You guys are all vegan?
I saw your shirt.
You vegetarian?
I saw your shirt, so I thought that might go well with it.
I'm vegan.
You're a Simpsons fan? Nice.
Wow, there's a lot of. That's amazing how many vegans there are in Berkeley, huh? And there's a lot more vegan businesses than I thought there were too.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Has anybody in here been to a little place called Cinnaholic in Berkeley? Yeah. 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 I know some people in here that work there. Yeah. That guy, yeah. Point at me too. I work there sometimes.
Really?
But he's a store manager. Yeah, he is the Cinnamon. You should get his autograph. Yeah. What's that?
When are you doing the recipe demo?
Recipe demo?
Cinnaholic.
Oh, I doubt that.
We're handing
Will
out the
ever.
coupons.
Yeah. So what are you making, a tower?
No, I'm making something to put my dad's present in.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Ooh, are you making a bracelet? See? Didn't even think of that. Reuse. Oh, I like with the Z. It's better. What are you making there? I'm trying to figure it out. A launch pad for a rocket?
So do you vegan?
All right. I guess you could make a rocket.
Oh, lovely contest.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you guys have one of those here?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so at all.
They have two in San Francisco. Yeah. So now we have one in Colorado, we have pizzas, we have San Jose.
Yeah, it's becoming really popular to eat, a lot more conscientiously. I think the big deterrent previously was that it was
You need some what? You can take what you want, my friend.
to eat, to go out and eat vegan or vegetarian because for some reason salads cost more than burgers, which is a really funny kind of conundrum. It's easily
Stay vocal means
so like another
using your voice.
Nature's Express.
Yeah.
There's,
Trying to explain it in a lot younger
in
terms.
fast food restaurants, and so they do like it's really healthy fast food, of course, but it's still the same concept of quick food on the go because you always think of slow cooking with vegan food. Another one is like you oftentimes don't think of like raw or like vegan desserts as being as good and luscious as like other desserts. So like Bar Necessities has all these like chocolates. And they're vegan and they're so amazing. And they're in the hall as well. So Berkeley is the place to find a lot of this stuff. It's pretty great. Even Cafe Gratitude is pretty decent. Huh?
Yeah. Wow, that's good.
Closing down a few locations. In fact,
Nice color.
there's a good reason to support Cafe Gratitude as they're going through this change is because the owners are selling it to the people who are running it, so it's becoming a co-op like Cheese Board, which is really cool. And the people are going to try to work together to keep it functioning. And the only reason why I was closing down is actually because They wanted everybody to have equal tips, and instead of giving money to just the waiters and waitresses, they said any tips collected will go even to the dishwasher and the cook, so that everybody has an equal portion. And a few of the waiters said that money was being taken from them because they were missing opportunity. They said it was their service that got them the money. And being anti-establishment and not wanting to hire a lawyer or get involved with courts, the Cafe Gratitude just gave up the court case and decided to just go with whatever the accusation was. Unfortunately, by doing that, they lost a lot of money and had to shut down some of their branches. But it wasn't because they did anything bad. No, just a very similar kind of concept. Just like run by the people with a small hierarchy of like the original management staff, just trying to make sure the money stays where it needs to be. Yeah, it's a good thing to support for sure.
I've always been interested in co-ops because, like I said, my wife's opened a bakery. She was like, didn't know how to do it. And I've been doing research.
Yeah, vegan bakeries, a great place to go to is showcase some of your stuff. Besides events with Karine, who organizes the event, her name's Karine Brighten. You can talk to her. She does a lot of vegan events. She might be able to help you showcase your food. Would also be Rock, Paper, Scissors Art Collective. They have all kinds of things, like a vegan cupcake bake-off, and they have like a vegan bakery kind of days. You can go showcase yourself and learn how to advertise and build your business. Pencil. It's on Telegraph.
Could I borrow the scissors from you? Thank you.
That's right, yeah. It will be back. You probably have like maybe 3 minutes or so.
Oh, okay. That's what I was wondering about.
I don't know where our other speaker is, but...
It's Justin.
Oh, it's Justin?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So, if anyone has any craft hankerings, now's the time to get it out, because in a few minutes we're actually going to be turning over to another speaker. His name is Justin. So, this would be the time to make yourself an owl or an octopus.
Or a rocket.
I already made one.
Rocktopus.
Rocktopus.
What's that? A rock?
I think it's pretty good, no? For a quick, thing.
And we think that's not for
Mine's a bunny nutty.
He's doing a workshop on pallet furniture. He makes furniture out of pallets. Right? Yeah, we're good roommates like that.
There you go. Cheers for all creation.
Yeah. Yeah, we work together, we live together, we reuse together. Hey, that's interesting. I didn't even think about it.
It's funny how it's kind of incestuous, in a sense, you know what I mean? The creation aspect of it.
So I think we have just like a couple minutes or 1 minute or so left. So if you want
To finish up your scribbles, then we're going to take like a 1 minute break, and then we're going to have a young man named Justin come in, and he's doing a workshop on pallet furniture, like building furniture and different kinds of accessories out of pallets, which is pretty cool. Another form of
How do you
recycling.
make a butterfly?
What's that?
How do you make a butterfly?
Oh, you can just use these if you want to just if you want to decorate it.
What?
Have the cinnamon.
The cinnamon?
Cinnamon, you know.
Yeah. You're going to cinnaholic?
I'll just start packing up slowly. This is for me? Really? Oh, awesome. Thank you. I hope.
You can do it.
Wait. Should I put it? I should probably do it that way.
You can do it.
There we go. Awesome. Thank you. Did you put your name on it?
On the
Oh, okay.
True artist
Awesome.
understands everything in it.
Yeah, I was going to say. Hold on. Your name is from... Oh, okay.
It's a great name. Yeah. You know, if you didn't have such rippling muscles, you could probably make it into an artist.
Yeah, this 150-pound frame is just busting out of these shirts.
To handle.
Yeah, watch out.
Man.
Does anybody eat Larabars?
Yeah.
They're pretty awesome. The boxes make great holders for things, too.
You just buy them for the boxes. Come for the truth, right?
I buy cereal for the boxes. Like, honestly, when I go shopping at the grocery store, I buy, yeah, exactly. I purposely buy things that I can reuse the boxes. Like, I will buy frozen burgers versus things in the plastic shrink wrap because I can at least use, yeah, but the plastic wrap you just toss out. There's nothing you can, I mean, you could rinse it out and do different things, but it's much more easy to, yeah. And I especially like the Enviro Kids boxes, so like peanut butter panda puffs. Does anybody eat those?
Peanut butter panda.
Right? Yeah.
They also have the
Yeah.
Cheetah Cheerios, which are amazing. And they also
What are
have
they?
Cheetah Puffs.
Cheetah Cheerios?
Cheetah Cheerios
Oh.
and Cheetah Puffs. Both are like the same company.
I
Cheetah Puffs are strawberry flavored.
oh, okay. I just got the Amazon. I got the Amazon Frosted Flakes last night. Does anybody want any more of these randomly or anything? Okay. Oh, okay. This came apart. How do I put it together?
You can use one of your old stickers and use it like tape.
I have real tape at my thing.
Well, you're getting all kinds of.
You're making a butterfly for me?
Yes.
All right, guys. So I'm gonna take a 1-minute break. Just
Whoa, that's really awesome.
our next speaker's gonna be in here just for
Thank you.
okay?
That's really cool.
So I'll bring that.
It's the Don't Drive Walk butterfly.
No, it's the don't.
That's awesome.
No, it's the don't drive fly butterfly.
Oh, okay. You got me. You got me. Well, thank you guys for coming.
I'm almost.
I really appreciate it because there's
Excuse
lots
me.
of
I
real.
want to take a picture of the butterfly.
She wants to. Okay,
Can I have a butterfly picture with you, please?
sure.
Thank you. Oh, you were moving it too.
Could you take a picture of me with everybody here? Is that? Could you take a picture?
I'm sure.
And is everybody okay with being on my website? Is this yes? Yes. There's alexeaves.com. It's really weird. Still weird to say that. And then there's stayvocal.com, which is my clothing company.
What's your website's name? Because I want to see it.
I had a question from you.
Okay.
I'm totally a bag lady when it comes to reusable bags. But
Okay.
I'm thinking, when I'm getting those really, really handy Whole Foods bags, which can kind of
Oh, they rip.
wrap.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, those are made of plastic as well.
Yep. Canvas bags are the way to go.
Canvas bags are better.
And you can even find them at thrift stores, so it's a double reuse.
It's better that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Canvas holds like 50 pounds.
Right.
Okay.